There might be things that we want to resolve, things that we want to process, things that we want to heal, things that we want to improve. But most important is that whether the person that wants to do all this is that person full and complete. Being full and complete, when I mention this, I'm not saying that you must be totally awesome or perfect. But are you able to offer your presence to yourself? And that's what the fullness of life in that particular moment is about. Whereby we don't reject pain, we don't reject negative feelings, but we accept. It's like yin and yang. We accept the darkness and we accept the light. We're gathering from everyone sharing. Everyone experiences different things. Some have a good day, some have a neutral day, some are just going through certain turbulence in their lives. But that's just how life is, right? We have always emphasized, and the Buddha has been emphasizing for 2600 years that it is impermanent. Everything in life is impermanent. In fact, the earth has been showing us that everything is subject to change. So change is something that we all have to learn how to live with and to accept and to embrace, right? The most important of all is how are we taking care of ourselves? How are we feeling right now? It's already September. How's everyone doing in general? What are you doing to take care of yourself? We may be chasing after ideals, certain goals that we have. Everyone has different goals in life. Some wants a better relationship, some wants to be in a relationship, some wants to be out of relationship, some wants more money, some wants to deal less with money. Some people want a job, some people just can't wait to get home or to turn off their laptop and not think about their work, right? Some people wish to be students again, some people enjoy being a student, some people simply just wants to stop studying so much. Just like today, some wants to meditate and some were trying to make me guide yoga nidra. You see, some wants to share, some don't want to share. So what is right, what is wrong? What are goals at the end of the day? What is the right goal in life? At one point, you want something, after you don't want something, then you want to be associated with something, you don't want to be associated with something. Some point, something ticks you off, and after that, you just wish the thing or the person that ticks you off can come back and tick you off again. Whether because you like to be in better or you simply miss the presence of someone or something. So ultimately, it's how we come back to ourselves. Why do we meditate? Why do we show up every Wednesday as much as we can? Number one is to have a midweek reset. That's how the Wednesdays are being marketed. Come and have a second chance at the week to check in with your energies, check in with your intentions, check in with how your body, your mind, how they're feeling. And the other thing is also coming here, we share with one another, is also to understand that everyone goes through different things in their life. Sometimes there's happiness, sometimes there's peace, sometimes there's a little suffering here and there. Things that don't align with us. And we are here to share, we're here to listen, and to see that we don't live alone in this world. Sometimes you might feel very isolated. For example, some people in the class are falling asleep, and if they just wish to fall asleep, they feel isolated. Oh, I just wish to sleep. Only I exist, and this tiredness is killing me. Sometimes we can be too tunnel visioned into the things we're dealing with, that we forget to expand out of ourselves, that there's still the world out there. There's still many things in life that is deserving of us to appreciate. Just like the body as well, right? If a part of the body is sick, it's just one tiny part of the body that is sick. Or if a part of your body is being removed from you, life does not end there. Or part of your income is affected, it's just a part of your income. Or even when you lose someone, maybe painful, but life has not ended, right? Love has not ended. So when we can come back to ourselves with mindfulness to help us to recognize, to meet ourselves anew, that every moment is changing, every moment is different. Have we stopped running after our goals and our ideals so that we can come back and see how chasing after our goals might have caused some turbulence in our minds, might have caused some fluctuations of our energies, our emotional energies. And how can we offer ourselves that deep care and concern? How can we offer the same kind of intensive attention that we used to apply, to our goals and ideals? How do we apply it to ourselves? To really look at ourselves with sincerity of what's going on. How's my mental landscape? What kind of energies are there? And how can I best be here for myself? When you go to sleep, or when you wake up and brush the teeth, it's just you going to sleep and you brushing the teeth. It's not the person chasing after a certain goal in life that's brushing the teeth. Just part and parcel in life to brush your teeth, and you just be the person that's brushing the teeth. And it's the same thing in meditation. It's not about trying to see colors, see lights, having any kind of experiences. No, don't think so much about awakening or enlightenment, but just to awaken, to be awake in this moment, to know what's going on, and to know that you have a kind of power, a kind of control over how you want to respond to the fluctuations that you face in life. And that's what mindfulness and introspection is about. And that's what understanding the mind is about. And that's what awakening to ourselves is all about. And we can start from there. There might be things that we want to resolve, things that we want to process, things that we want to heal, things that we want to improve. But most important is that whether the person that wants to do all this is that person full and complete. Being full and complete, when I mention this, I'm not saying that you must be totally awesome or perfect. But are you able to offer your presence to yourself? And that's what the fullness of life in that particular moment is about. Whereby we don't reject pain, we don't reject negative feelings, but we accept. It's like yin and yang. We accept the darkness and we accept the light. We don't reject anything. And to really sit, there might be things that we want to resolve, things that we want to process, things that we want to heal, things that we want to improve. But most important is that whether the person that wants to do all this is that person full and complete. Being full and complete, when I mention this, I'm not saying that you must be totally awesome or perfect. But are you able to offer your presence to yourself? And that's what the fullness of life in that particular moment is about. Whereby we don't reject pain, we don't reject negative feelings, but we accept. It's like yin and yang. We accept the darkness and we accept the light. We can offer some to ourselves. And it's not selfish, because if you're not full, then how can you give? What do you have to give? So invite everyone to just really connect with yourself. It doesn't matter whether you want to lie down or you want to continue sitting, but just make this next hour or so, make it count. So make it all about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we close our eyes and getting into a posture. Just allow yourself to take a few deep breaths. Maybe take 5 deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and breathing out of your mouth. Raising the lotus mudra to your heart, illuminating yourself. If anyone forgets how the lotus mudra looks like, just open your eyes and look at me. Just holding in front of your heart. Visualizing a golden white lotus blooming as you echo Namo Sigato 9 times. Namo Sigato, Namo Sigato. Holding the lotus so that the lotus holds you in its embrace and its warmth and compassion. Simply illuminate yourself as you are. Namo Sigato. If you wish to continue repeating the mantra internally, you can do that. Breathing deeply into yourself through your nostrils. Infusing the movements of the breath with the mantra of Namo Sigato. Allowing yourself to light up, to wake up your own presence, the fullness of your presence, of your life. Acknowledging that it is totally okay to focus on yourself. And imprinting that lotus within you, you can let go of the physical mudra if you want to. Breathing your own felt sense of the light of mindfulness, shining deeply into you. You might have responsibilities and duties, goals, dreams, wishes. They might consist of others. And that only shows that you are equally as important. And it's totally okay to just light up yourself. Just notice your posture without any judgment, without changing your posture. Notice how your body is breathing. Notice your energy levels. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's you in this present moment. You can incline your attention towards your breath the way you would towards a loved one, giving it some devoted attention. offering Namo Sigato into it. Or any other mantra that comes to your mind. And observing what kind of emotional energies or feelings are rising in your mind or your body. There's nothing to change. Inviting acceptance. Perhaps you may have some hopes and fears, some desires or suffering. There's no right or wrong, no good or bad. Just allow yourself to be embraced by the breath or the lotus. When you give your breath a devoted attention, it's as though the breath is embracing you as a whole on your own lotus. You can get in touch with the sensations produced by your breathing, as though it's giving you an internal massage. Breathing affectionately, without any judgment, but with full acknowledgement. Invoking the sense of loving kindness into your breath. In the form of a felt sense of light or sensations, can bring to mind the most compassionate and loving being that you've came across. Or you could use Avalokiteshvara or Kuan Yin if you want to, or whatever deity, or just someone whom you know that you can trust, someone very kind, very wise, whom you can trust. recollecting the energies and the feelings this being has given you before. There is no judgment, and it's okay to be the way you are. Allow the mind to be pacified. Feeling your entire presence in the here and now, knowing your own life story, knowing what you experienced, just think about what are two things that you can offer yourself right now that can improve your well-being. What are two things that you say to yourself or offer yourself that can improve your well-being? And they have to be positive words. So you don't go and think, oh, may I be free from obstacles? Because that's a negative word. Instead, you can go, may everything be well for me. And once you've got it, think about two kinds of suffering that you have, or negativity that you wish to be free from. As you breathe on, you can form them into a sentence. For example, may I be free from evil and harm. May I be well and happy. That's just an example. Just repeat these words to yourself by offering yourself that loving kindness. Or may I be free from disease and poverty. May I be fully alive and enjoy what I do. Something like that. Embracing yourself in the lotus, offering yourself this loving kindness, this light, these phrases. Notice how your mind is responding or reacting. Is there any changes? Is your heart accepting these words, or is it shunning and rejecting? If there's resistance, then you simply acknowledge and accept the resistance by being kind to it. Offering your attention, your awareness to a loved one. Just pick one person. Notice whether the mind is trying to pick two, or telling yourself you can't be selfish or biased. Just notice that, what is arising in the mind when you can only pick one person to shine your wishes, your blessings, and loving kindness to. Just hold the thought of that person or an image in your own way, breathing light, shining light from your heart to that person. Noticing what is their hopes and fears. How is he like right now? Or how was she like the last time you met up? What are the two bad or unwholesome negative things or situations can you remove from this person or wish to be removed from this person? And what are two good things can you wish to happen to this person? Once you've got it, just breathing in, you touch your heart. Breathing out, you expand out light or send these words out to that person. Allow this person to light up and to smile. Visualizing or simply imagining, if you can't visualize, this person to be in a better state of mind, a better situation, or a better place. And Namo Sigato to this person. Infusing blessings and mantras into this person or their energy body. Now there's no more need for wishes and words, but just this presence of love, of deep awareness, attention, loving kindness and compassion, without any judgment, but this tenderness, just like how the body is breathing for you, so that the breath can channel life through you and to embrace you, to support you. With this energy, you breathe affectionately into yourself. And sending it to your world. For you know that your world is made up of a lot of things, a lot of relationships with both people and inanimate things and situations. No one knows your world more than you do. This time you can expand your mind into your world with a different energy, different perspective. Shining this awareness, this loving kindness, this tenderness into your world. Whoever or whatever pops up in your mind, even if it's just an emotion. Send this essence of loving kindness, this metta, to it. Accept it by bringing it closer to you. And as you exhale, transform it with metta. Breathe it until it comes near you, becomes more obvious. There is acceptance and acknowledgement, and then breathing out, sending it back with light, loving kindness. Do it without fear, without rejection. You can use images of Avalokiteshvara, Buddha, mantras, deities, lotus, or simply your breath. What kind of spiritual tools or practice can you invoke right now to help you improve your presence and to make this meditation count? So trust your own gut, your own intuition, so that you can spread loving kindness into your own world to everyone. Or perhaps you simply just need to let go and to stop trying. And although your eyes may be closed, You're also aware of the people who are meditating with you. Like yourself, they have arrived into this session to continue arriving into the ever-changing present moment, so that they can meet themselves, to hold that space for themselves, and to be cared for, to restore some peace, some understanding, and most important of all, compassion towards themselves. So send out your loving kindness, expand your heart to everyone who are meditating together with you. You have been practicing together all this while. You expand it to the entire Sangha, and it is your freedom of how you want to practice now. Whether you want to pick one person by one person, or clusters of people, or just the entire Sangha, or simply the WhatsApp chat, where there's no image, it's just the idea of the chat group. Just do what feels right for you. Penetrating deeply into their presence without any judgment. Honoring and respecting their space, their own hopes and fears, their needs. Just sending loving kindness and compassion to them. Just infusing Namo Sigato into them and nothing else. Delegate it to the lotus, the mantra, or use the mudra if you need to. Just this pure presence, this illumination, these blessings, loving kindness. And trusting that this secret lotus of the Buddha and Guanyin will know what to do to help them. It's beyond your control and our limited views. Breathing in, receiving it from the Sangha. Breathing out, spreading it back out to the Sangha. And there's no need to reach out to anyone. Just this practice is good enough. Because how will it feel if everyone decides to reach out to you after this session? You wouldn't want that. So that's what honoring and respecting space is all about. And just trusting in your own practice of metta. And we have difficulty in this practice, then that's what you want to embrace. By offering metta to your own difficulty. No right, no wrong. Just metta, loving kindness. Breathing in metta, breathing out metta. The breath itself becomes metta. Spreading, radiating it in all directions, above, below, and beyond. That all beings deserve to be free from hatred, ill will, danger, and harm. They deserve to have their suffering acknowledged. They deserve compassion and happiness and well-being. What you need for peace and tranquility is different from what can lead them to peace and tranquility. But ultimately, everyone deserves peace and tranquility and to receive compassion. So let metta continue radiating throughout your consciousness. Dropping all thoughts and views. Only metta flows. Breathing and breathing, the universe breathes as one. Things have come and go. People have come and go. The universal consciousness simply observes and embraces all in metta with understanding, wisdom, and compassion. If things were permanent, then we will never cherish the good things or to learn from those good relationships. We wouldn't learn how to continue the virtues and the gifts we receive from others. And if unwholesome things were permanent, life would suck, basically. So see this truth of impermanence. Whether good or bad, how impermanence has actually taught us a lot. That even in loss, gives us a purpose or a function to continue. And how can we use our experience in order to live better, to live deeper, to love more, to judge less. And that's how we continue. It's how we continue for all the good and bad that has happened in the universe. That's how we can transform. That's how we can change. With the entire universe breathing as one, embracing you, the wholeness of you, the fullness of you. What are the things that you should let go of, or that you should have let go of a long time ago, that stood in the way of your truth, that has perpetuated your suffering on a very subtle level, because you did not penetrate into them deeply with loving awareness? So what is it that perpetuates your suffering? So what can you drop? What should you let go of? What are you supposed to step forward into? For letting go is not enough. It's how we want to continue. To just breathe deeply into yourself, universe, breathing as one gigantic lotus into you. As the lotus blooms, it will reveal what you need to drop, or what you're going to step forward into. Just sit in silence. The rest will take care of itself. Once you've got it, just Namo Sigato endlessly, starting from your root chakra, rising all the way up. As you get a sense of your own central channel or your physical body, you can regard it as though rains of blessings and lights are falling into you or onto your skin. Filling up your vessel, purifying, cleansing, renewing with truth, compassion, and metta, and wisdom. Know that as you light up, your own world changes, the world of relationships towards people, situations, and things. And since everything is interconnected, as the blessings rain into you and onto you, they overflow and flow like pipes and channels into others, the situations, into the world, the universe. Just like how your blood vessels are running throughout your body, the central nervous system, how they're all interlinked. That's how we link to everyone else as well. So change starts from within. It's not selfish to come back to yourself. Loving yourself well is loving others well. So let it spread. You can use Namo Sigato or any mantra, any short mantra that comes into your mind. Let it radiate, penetrate. As they light up, their world lights up. More people light up for they have their own world that only they know. And you are also a part of their world. So you also light up. Spreading throughout the multiverse of everyone, countless, beginningless, and endless. All interpenetrating one another, expanding more and more until the body, the cells, the atoms can't take it anymore, that they burst into pure light. And even the explosions explode themselves. Shattering all and destroying all wrong perceptions and views about separation, life and death, birth and death, coming and going, in and out. Shattering all these concepts. Finally, letting go of yourself as well. As we continue sitting, bathing in this embrace of the Sangha, not just this hermitage Sangha, but Sangha as a combination of everything. And if you have someone in mind or in your heart that would benefit from loving kindness or blessings, or healing, or just about anything, can simply verbalize it. And for those at home, you can very mindfully and slowly hold on to your spacebar, say the name, and let go of the spacebar. Okay, then point out what the person is suffering from, and everyone will just send it back. They're getting all merits out to all beings seen and unseen, near or far away. May all your loved ones, relatives, friends, enemies, karmic creditors, karmic debtors, beings of all realms, known and unknown, may they find worldly, material, and spiritual well-being, and may they be on the way towards enlightenment, towards nirvana. May no harm fall upon them. May all find refuge within and let go of their pain and suffering, their ill will and enmity, so that they can also awake, become awake. Namo Sigato, endlessly, non-stop. And also bring to mind Jane's father, who just passed away. Just holding him in the lotus, golden lotus, dedicating our practice and our merits, and offering that lotus into the Buddha's heart. Namo Sigato.